You're really untrusting of your own creative energy, I think. This is this reading is really already showing me that there is almost a distrust with the power that you have within you. And that comes from a long pattern or like a long history of thinking that you don't know what you want, and actually being like feeling like you're confused about who you are, about where you work from, what energy really is driving you. And it's like been an identity problem for a long time. And that problem is still within and sometimes it trips you up and it makes you think that you are not actually able to be in flow, because you actually are the Empress. So you're this amazing, grounded, creative person who's in touch with their body, in touch with their gifts. And there's still this belief somewhere within that you like can't, for some reason, look at this, you can't trust. It was like this. I don't know, leave it. You can't trust your creative energy, like your passion and your momentum. And that is honestly a trauma response. It really is. It comes from a long time spent feeling left out, like this Five of Pentacles, left out in the cold, not invited into the circles that you felt like you were naturally a part of, or that you could do your best work in. You have been feeling like you've been working towards things for so long and the fruits of your labor are not showing. And that has been, this by the way doesn't have to just be around like work or creativity, but it's in some way your life force energy, like that which pulls you towards what you want, hasn't been showing much of the outcome that you've been hoping for. And that like long story that you've been living in has been making you, first of all, so strong. It's been making you, it literally formed you into this Empress, because you have still believed in yourself, even through all of this, even through everything that you've been through with the Nine of Wands. It's like you have been through so much. You've had so many people doubting you, and you still have believed in yourself. But at the same time, there's an old story that like maybe you can't trust yourself, or maybe you can't trust this like desire that you have to go towards something, or to just believe in yourself and believe in your own guidance, you know, your own life force. And yeah, it's basically like I keep hearing it's an identity problem or an identity shift. Like an identity shift is happening. And that is an exciting process, but it also means that it's like a little bit it's not throwing you off, but it's making you feel like, oh my God, really? Like, am I really going to be able to handle this? Or like, is this going to hurt me? Or is this going to end up being the same, like kind of not failed, but like, is the outcome going to be less than I expected? And you are really like, you are a sensitive, creative type. You have an emotional complexity. You have attunement with your emotions. You have attunement with the world in a spiritual way. You have Queen and King of Cups here. So this is a confirmation that you have this like united energy within. Like it's permanent, you know, like that quality that you have of being in tune with the world emotionally and spiritually is a core part of your personality. It's a core part of your gifts in this world. And you also have this ability to be extremely intelligent, articulate, clear, and to communicate those feelings, which is what makes you such a talented artist or creative or business person or whatever. Like whatever it is that you do, you have this amazing clarity as well. But within those, see that there's all these strong aspects to your being, these really clear, really developed creative elements to your being. And yet still there's this energy of Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, where you're like, do I really know what I'm doing? Do I really know how to do this? Am I going to hurt someone if I do this? Or are they going to hurt me? Or like, is this actually the right thing to be doing? I don't know. It's like a little bit of a doubt situation. And I have Seven of Swords showing up on the bottom of the deck. And I want to talk about that because Seven of Swords has been coming up a lot in collective readings that I've been doing and for personal readings I've been doing for people. And it's really funny because it's like coming up not necessarily in relationship contexts. It's not about like, oh, there's a shady person around you, although like there might be, but that's not the point. It seems to be about like a self-authenticity thing, or like hiding from your own truth, or hiding from what it is that you really know to be true, and actually like acting outside of your integrity, that kind of thing. Because sometimes we do that out of caution and fear. Like we're not being shady people. We're just sneaking around the back like entry. And what am I trying to say? Sneaking around the behind the scenes of our life, basically. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. Like we're backstage. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Sneaking around backstage, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So, wow. So we have like Knight of Swords coming through. There's Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords. Then there's these kings. There's this queen. There's an empress. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people within you. There's a lot of energies within you that are really coming to the surface right now that are trying to take control of your life. There's also the Tower coming up here. So this is like big shifts. Like I said, a huge shift in identity that's like really tearing down the parts of your identity that are not welcome anymore, that they're not helping. They're not helping progress. They're not helping us like become who we want to be. So this Knight of Swords, which is like actually it's like, this is really interesting. This is your ego. So you know how in spiritual context, we often talk about the ego like as if it's this really bad thing that we need to get rid of. And to some degree, like, or looked at in a certain way, that's true. Like we do want to shed the ego. We want to peek beneath it and beyond it so that we know that it's not the only truth, that it's not everything. But we also need our egos to like live creatively in this world. Our ego is the identity persona that we live inside. And we do have control over it. We can actually create our egos as well. And we can manipulate our own egos to like help us actually through the world and actually be good people to others. If you go and live in a cave by yourself on the top of a mountain for like the next 35 years, then you might not need your ego. But if you're living in the world with others, then you will naturally have it and it will be a part of your life. And so it's a good idea to have a good relationship with it. And this Knight of Swords is coming in to be like, let's go. Like, let's create the identity that we know we are, because it's time. We don't have to wait around for external validation. We get to actually create from this like already very established creative energy of the Empress that we are. And we get to birth this like this persona. We get to birth this almost, I'm hearing like this, it's weird because these words are coming out that often we have a lot of like stigma against, like persona, ego, and performance. But I'm thinking maybe these people, maybe you guys tuning into this reading are creatives, and then there's a part of your work in this world that does involve performance to some way, like showing up. And it could be showing up in authenticity, but you're still showing up. And there's a part of you that is scared of being hurt, and a part of you that's getting confused about how to best do that and which part of yourself to reveal to others. Like, do I come at this from my intellectual side, or do I come at this from my emotional, spiritual side? And it's like, the Knight of Swords is just saying like, fuck it, just go. Like, just do it. Just do it. Because the tower is falling, right? So you might as well just like freaking go for it. Yeah, because sneaking around backstage, as we were saying before, is like not really helping. Anything else? Anything else? Do we want anything else? Any other messages to use reading? Five of Swords reversed. So we're letting go of conflict. We're letting go of, well, I guess the preoccupation with competition. I think that's a big thing here, right? Like, okay, let's look at these cards for a second though, because if you think about it, the Five of Wands is these people like fighting and battling each other with sticks. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is like way later down the story, but this guy is like he always looks to me like an ex-soldier. Like he's standing at the barricades or whatever, but he's like, oh my God, I've really been through it. I've been through the wars. Like he's wounded. Looks very wary of like what's about to come next. So this is like fucking trauma response, you know, like this is exhaustion, fatigue from just being in the world, from having to fight your way to the top or whatever, feeling like you have to prove yourself, feeling like you have to battle in some way the energies of others just to be able to like keep going. And it's like, we're letting go of that. It's not that reality doesn't exist anymore, because you could choose to participate in it if you want, but you're deciding, this is what this big tower moment is for you, is like, you're deciding, actually, no, I'm not going to spend my energy battling for the rest of my goddamn life. I'm actually going to just stop. And the Knight of Swords, like, again, these night energies, these are soldiers as well. They go into battle. But you're going into battle for yourself now against nothing. It's like this guy, the Knight of Swords here, is breaking away from the battle. He's breaking away and he's just like, I'm going to chart my own territory. I am going to just scream and yell in the direction that I want to scream and yell in, and it's going to be great. Like, and everyone else can just do whatever they want to do. I was going to say like, be damned or fuck off, but that's not even the energy. It's just like, it doesn't matter anymore. You can go fight over there. I'm not going to be fighting with you. So we have a Five of Cups reversed. Oh, that was cool. Okay. Interesting. So the Five of Cups was reversed, and then the weird spazzy thing happened. Sorry, I don't know if that's not the wrong, maybe we can't say that word, I don't know, but something happened and the card like righted itself into an upright position in a really like crazy kind of way. So I think that there's something here where you're going back and forth between feeling like you are over something, like you're over the pain of the past, and then memories resurface, or the body remembers, and then you experience the pain again, and you experience the grief, and you experience the loss. And then you actually are able to maybe put it aside, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm actually focusing more on hope. And then you focus again on the grief and the pain. That's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with you if that's what's going on. That is natural, especially if you have been through it. If you've experienced loss, if you've experienced even failure, like things not working out the way you wanted them to work out, whether it's like these are things that have emotionally caused you pain. So this could be relationships, but it's also projects or pursuits that you've put into place that just like have fallen through, or seem to have fallen through, or spilled, you know. But you know that there is still some real magic to be tapped into. You know that actually what's happening is that your world, in a sense, your choices are becoming more limited. And this is a good thing, okay? It's like if we're going from the Seven of Cups to just these two cups behind the guy on the Five of Cups, right? This is a demonstration of how all these distractions and all these options in the Seven of Cups are actually just being spilled out of your life. Like they're being toppled. It's like bowling. If you think of like bowling pins, that's what this is like. The bowling pins being the directions that you can go in that have been confusing you and slowing you down. And so there's like these tower moments happening in your life right now, or maybe just one tower moment that's like creating this like domino effect of basically proving what is, or demonstrating what is like not actually meant to stay in your life, and then revealing to you what is truly meant to be here, or what you're truly meant to be focusing on. Oh, that's so good. That's amazing. So this is like that whole amazing thing of like, you are realizing now that, first of all, you're not alone, that you are like constantly co-creating with this universe, and that it's actually responding to you. It's responding to your desires. It's responding to the action that you're putting out there. And that the world, the alive world, is actually, is part of your creation process. And that you're seeing now that like things are happening that feel out of your control, but you're like, and it's hurting a little bit. It's like, you know, when we lose things, it might hurt a lot. It's actually really sad to like lose things, but you're like amazed by what it's doing, because it's like it's forcing you onto your destined path, and in a way that's like a blessing that you have wanted. Like that's something that you've been wanting help, you've been wanting guidance, and the universe is like, okay, get ready. And then it just like ripped your life to shreds to some degree, or that's what it seemed like. But what's actually happening is you're being purified. You're being like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you're being distilled. Like you're all, like I said, all of the different ingredients in your life that have been making things so complicated and so wearisome are now being distilled out of your life. Like they're sublimating out of your life, and you're now just like, you're getting more into the pure essence of who you are and what you're actually here to be doing. And I really want to say, like, for this group, you already know. Like, this isn't like you don't know where you're going or you're still trying to figure it out. This is like the energy of all of the excess fodder and like just the stuff that was weighing you down is just falling away. That's really all this is. So you are expressing your essence. You're expressing your true path, your true self. Oh my God, that's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, hot damn. We have the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, bye. I'm just kidding. Like, what the hell? You can't have a better vibe than that, if you ask me. For a new chapter, a new paradigm, a new era of your life, like, go forth, be powerful, be the badass that you clearly are, and holy shit, change the world. Like, that's what this is saying. The Wheel of Fortune is like, girl, like, time is up. Like, this has already happened. The transformation has already happened. You are literally in the driver's seat right now. And like, it's almost like you're gonna look around and you're gonna be like, oh my God. And you're literally like driving this chariot like across the skies and ruling the world. And you're gonna be like, what? Because the universe, oh God, like I'm really feeling this in my whole body right now. It feels so mythological to me. It feels like the way that the gods shine favor upon a hero in a myth, and they just like grant them the power or the access to do certain things after they've been through like all these trials and hardships, right? Or they've like it's not about proving yourself. It's not like that. It's just that they became something, or they had an essence, then they experienced enough shit and they didn't lose themselves. And that's the fucking crazy, amazing, divine power. And then the gods are like, you are now part of the divine realm or something. I don't know why I'm saying this, but like, it's the way that I'm imagining it in my mind is the way that the gods like gift divineness to heroes that have like, it's like in Greek myth, I'm really, really feeling this really, really strongly. In Greek myth, when a hero is made semi-divine by the end of their story or by the end of their life or something, or halfway through their story even, sometimes they're like given divine nature. And I know I'm rambling on about that, but I really feel like this is a theme. Like this is the quality of the energy that you're stepping into. It's not to become like a total megalomaniac. This is just, you deserve this. You deserve to hear this about yourself. You deserve to feel like you are truly touched by the divine, like, and that you are really on your path and that you're on your destiny. You're in your destiny. You're doing it right now and you're reaching it. And it's really not even about like fulfilling some order. It's about fulfilling your heart and living for your own joy and living for living for yourself and knowing that the dreams that you put in place were attainable after all. Like, that's the most incredible thing. Imagine how amazing it will be when you can speak to a child one day, then tell them that whatever, like with genuine belief, because you know for a fact, because you lived it, as a living example, right? You can tell a child that they should believe in their dreams because it's true, because they can make it happen for themselves. And that's the destiny of your life, is to allow yourself to live your full nature and not have to choose aspects of yourself, not have to make yourself more or less anything to make it work, quote unquote. You're actually just an incredibly amazing human being as you are. And this moment in your story is the part where you allow yourself to be that, where the shit that was making it hard for you to believe that is falling away. And that's both of your own accord and also of the divine's accord. This is just this is the timing, this is the moment for it. And the universe, the gods, have stepped in and made it so, which is why it feels like some things are out of your control to some degree, or that like a divine hand has come through and like changed things, or made a big change somewhere. Yeah. So you're purifying, you are in alignment, and you know the truth. You know what the truth is. Your truth is your truth. Look at this. We're ending with 2 aces, buddy. What the heck? This is the truth. I'm going to leave it there. Blessings to you. If you want a private one-to-one session, I do amazing tarot/somatics sessions that are really powerful. Yeah, they're really, really great. I don't know. Just go check it out on my website if you're interested. I have everything written there. I'm not going to bore you with the explanation now, but I also do just regular tarot readings, like pre-recorded and live, if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, all the info is in the description. Bye.